I genuinely believe that as a believer, you have to be perceived as arrogant by non-believers and people of the world. Because the very definition of the word arrogance means to over exaggerate one's abilities. Now, hear me out. I didn't say you have to be arrogant. I say you have to be perceived as arrogant. And the reason for that is where we ground our decisions, or where our decisions leverage on, is something that is unfamiliar to the world. We ground our decisions on God's word. So when we say things like we will not die, but we will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living, people listen to us and be like, that's arrogant. No, it's not arrogant. We are leveraging on something that might not be familiar to you. I remember having this conversation with a lady who was trying to sell me life insurance, and I said to her, "Hey, listen, I'm not planning on dying anytime soon." I legit told her that, "Hey, listen, when I think my time is near, I'll hit you up, and I'll find this very relevant. But for now, I will see the goodness. I will live and not die, and I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living." Now, as an individual whose family has experienced in some shape, way, or form 6 funerals in the past 5 months, I've still got the conviction that I will not die anytime soon. Yeah. In fact, I say this with no fear of contradiction. If you guys hear about my death and I have not informed you, please wake me up. I'm only sleeping. Why? Because I'm standing firm on God's word. Yeah. That premature death is not from God. Hey, you know what? Let me say this, then I'm done. This is more philosophical than it is theological. I'd like to believe that no one knows the conversation that people have with themselves prior to dying. So you might as well stand on God's word and say that I will not die now. For the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, but Jesus has come to give us life, and life in abundance. Yeah. Anyways, peace.